Hello, 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 and welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 4, and today's topic is very near and dear to my heart. It's basically the booming world that is true crime shows. All right, today's episode Guilty Pleasure. In 2024, if you have electricity, a television, and Wi Fi, you may have noticed something. There are so so many true crime shows. I tried to Google how many of these shows are currently available through cable and streaming, and Google's just like, "Oh, we don't know. It's a lot. I remember 15 years ago when I was first bit by the true crime bug. There was a show called Forensic Files. I remember being tired and just watching whatever was on TV at that late night, but seeing this show made me sit up and pay very close attention. It was a simple yet effective presentation, and it started helping me understand blood splatter and DNA and how it's used to solve current and cold cases. It was amazing. I was soon watching every episode. If an episode opened with a couple eating cake at their wedding and the narrator stating, they had the perfect marriage, you can bet he probably killed her. You can almost play bingo once you're a seasoned watcher with key phrases that almost every episode will include. So there's alibi, blunt force, dark past, affair, DNA, and my favorite, life insurance policy. DNA, though, really is just the free space in the middle of your bingo board. In 2008, Warner Brothers created a network called Investigation Discovery, or for short, ID, dedicated it entirely to the genre. It can easily be found on the Max app, although I prefer HBO Max. Max is a little weird. Not that you really have to look hard to find this content. Netflix has so many murder shows. Their emergency contact list is just a picture of Ted Bundy. So Hulu is also no stranger. They've been putting out a lot of murder shows as well. They recently put out the greatest 3 episode series ever called The Perfect Wife. Spoiler alert, not so perfect, but this really makes a good imprint and brand for the genre. Now, when you're Investigation Discovery and you have 134 true crime series, yes, I actually went through and counted. You aren't going to have all gems. Some of the shows have actors to recreate certain parts of a couple's life. Once in a while, the acting tends to be more Tommy Wiseau than Meryl Streep. John, why were you gone all night? I told you, Elizabeth. I had to work late. But you always seem to work late and come home with blood on your hands. Well, it's a tough job, honey. Why don't you respect my boundaries? Something like that. And it makes for a completely amazing, unintentional humor. The titles of the shows are pretty straightforward, but some do make me laugh. I had to watch a few episodes of A Body in the Basement just because I couldn't believe there's a full season of it. And my favorite title of any of their shows ever is Wives with Knives. I would love to know what other names were thrown out before that was chosen. I just picture a writer's room, and the conversation is, well, our show Deadly Women has produced 11 successful seasons, which is actually true. There's 11 seasons of a show named Deadly Women. Let's do something like that, but what can we name it? Mascara and Massacre? No, no, that won't catch. Hair Ties and Dark Lies? Thelma and Deceased? Now, I doubt the last one was in there, or that any of them were in there, but I'm sure it was a little less exciting than I'm making it sound. My all time favorite show, though, is Evil Lives Here. It explores events leading up to a horrible act and interviews people who were closest to the perpetrator. The show first aired in 2016, and it has 15 seasons and 138 episodes. I've seen every one. Not to mention 2 spin-off series as well. I mean, wow, this is the Simpsons of murder shows. But instead of Bart writing his offenses on a chalkboard, he just asked to speak to an attorney instead. Well, I hope you have some shows to add to your watch list, which will help build your knowledge of DNA. And it'll leave you wondering if OJ's trial had taken place today, would it have been done in an hour? And that's with commercials. Thank you.